Hey there, comic book friends, I'm Travis, and it's time for a edition of What the Fugue, where I talk about what's going on with me in my world of comics. How's it going, everybody? Did you miss me? Probably not. At any rate, went to Emerald City Comic Con this last weekend. Today is, as I'm filming this, is Wednesday. I'm still recovering, I think. My feet are still a little fatigued. I had an awesome time. It was a lot of fun. And one of the biggest reasons it was a lot of fun is this was the first year I went without some sort of crazy battle plan that I thought I had to be at somebody's table first thing right off the bat to get some, to be first in line for something in particular. And so I just kind of rolled with it, and it made it kind of fun in a way. I didn't stand, every year I normally have these massive crowd shots of me standing in the giant throngs, waiting to get in to the con and the opening. I don't have any of those, partially because I neglected to take my camera with me. That was stupid. At any rate, but also I didn't stand in them. I waited for the con to open up after the con had already been open for a few minutes. Everybody's already rushed in, and then I just kind of go in and did my thing. I virtually got all of the books signed that I took with me, with maybe one exception. I didn't get all of the signatures, but pretty much all the signatures that I wanted to. Got to talk to pretty much everybody I wanted to talk to. I will have a video that shows that stuff. Some of the swag I bought and just the different things. I'm probably going to break it up into a bunch of videos because me, I can't just simplify anything. I have to blather on and on about it. So when I show my books of stuff that I had signed, I talked to the creators. Had awesome experiences. They told me interesting stuff, so I kind of want to share that information as I go along. And to do that and not make this some horrifically long video, I'm going to chop it up into bits and pieces. But anyway, had an absolutely fabulous time. Part of what made it so much fun was this year I met a few people that I basically just know from online, either from Twitter or from YouTube, and that was a lot of fun. I got to meet Funkmaster Celia here from YouTube, and that was great. It was really fun to get to talk to her. It was extremely casual. She just felt like somebody that I talk to all the time, kind of thing. She's not, but it just felt like I really was on the same wavelength as far as everything goes. Go check out her video. She has a video that shows some of the stuff in there. You'll see horrific pictures of me in that video, along with the awesome stuff that she did. She did a much better job of kind of vlogging her existence at the con, way better than I ever do. Like I said, there'll be no footage this year at all for me. I didn't even do a video at the hotel that I tried uploading during the con like I did last year. I didn't even do that. I just seemed like I was a lot busier, despite not being stressed out. I had stuff going on all the time. But anyway, it was really awesome. It was, like I said, it was really awesome to meet her in person. I ran into her a couple times at the con, and that was really cool. And then there were some people on Twitter who don't do the YouTube thing that I got to meet, had lunch with, and stuff like that. And that was just really cool. It's really cool getting to meet other fans that I talk to, at least on a weekly basis, kind of a thing. Sharing our love of comics, to actually get to meet them in person and stuff that was really cool. That really made a lot of fun. Saturday night, I met one of those Twitter friends at the Sheridan Lounge. Sheridan is where a lot of the comic book creators stay at for the con, and it's the official lounge and drinking space of the con and whatnot. Went to that on Saturday. I had a great time, got to meet a bunch of people, got to talk to a ton of creators there in a less fan-based atmosphere. Just we're all here talking whatever, whether that be comics or music or, the beer we were drinking, kind of thing. So that was lots of fun too. That's stuff I probably won't share, but yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I had a really, really great time. I bought a slew of back issues that I will get into. If you're not a Brave and the Bold fan, probably not anything you're going to want to watch, because that's pretty much exclusively what it is as far as back issues go. I hit the Brave and the Bold pretty hard. I haven't actually crunch the numbers to figure out exactly how many issues I bought. I'm betting it's close to 50 some issues, which means I believe that puts me well over halfway to having the entire first volume of Brave and the Bold, which is cool. But I bought other, nicks and knacks and that sort of thing also. Of course, the huge thing that came out for me, if anybody knows me and knows what kind of a fan I am, on Thursday at the DC panel, it was announced there'll be a new Doom Patrol book, coming. It's under the Young Animals line, which if you take out all the letters and whatnot, it's YA, young adult stuff, and there's like four titles coming out right now under that, being Gerard Wade, lead singer of My Chemical Romance, is kind of spearheading that. We'll see what it's going to be like, because I mean I've kind of seen some read some interviews with him and whatnot, and I don't know, some of what's there is conflicted as far as, is it part of the continuity, is it not part of the continuity, is he going to have to like bend to DC will, or is he kind of have free reign to go nuts? Super excited about the Doom Patrol, clearly. I'm a huge fan of Shade the Changing Man also. They're changing it up a little bit. It's going to be Shade the Changing Girl, pretty excited by that. Sounds like it's going to be spearheaded by a women creative team on that book, so that's going to be awesome too. It was a big deal. My daughter is a huge My Chemical Romance fan, so like, head exploding kind of thing over that whole thing because he was there. So that was all super exciting kind of stuff. For her, which made it just fun for me as a parent also. But yeah, sat in on a Vertigo panel. Nothing new was announced, just, stuff's coming, kind of a thing. Got to listen to some of the creators of some of the Vertigo titles talk, which was pretty interesting. You had like Gail Simone on there, Kurt Busiek, Gail Simone doing Clean Room, Kurt doing Astro City. And with the Astro City stuff, we could announce that issue 41 is technically the 100th issue of Astro City, and in that issue they're going to explain why Astro City is called Astro City. The artist for Sheriff of Babylon, and I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. He was there. He was interesting to listen to talk. The writer for The Dark and the Bloody was there, so we got and so we got kind of a explanation of what all their books were, which clearly I know those because I read pretty much all of them. But it was interesting. It was an interesting panel. I also went to a Image panel that had some creators like Josh Williams on it, the guy who does Birthright, and Nailbiter. They talked more Nailbiter than Birthright during that. That clearly must be the fan favorite, I guess. They had who else was there? Jim Zub was on it. He was great on the panel. His talking about some of the books and whatnot. Maybe go buy some of his books. Had a great conversation with him. Multiple great conversations with him. Trying to think, the artist for the Ringside, the book about the crime and wrestling thing, he was there also. So it was interesting to get to listen to them talk and whatnot. But that really, 2 panels is the only panels I hit the entire time. Normally I hit lots of panels. There just weren't the panels there that I was necessarily interested in, or they didn't match up to the times that I had something else going on, or whatever. But anyway, what else do I want to talk about? General stuff before I get into the ECCC stuff. There will be a comic book roundtable this weekend. We'll be talking this week's books. I don't know how much we'll talk about last week's books. Clearly, we didn't have a roundtable last week, but there's some tremendous books came out last week that were really impressive and lots of fun. So I'll definitely be doing that. But anyway, just stay tuned. Watch all of these videos if you're interested in what I picked up and what I thought of Emerald City Comic Con and the different things. I think I'm going to break it into a general kind of a swag video, which I'm going to do right now, of just kind of the odds and ends of things I bought. I'll do a video that's just strictly the back issues that I bought, and then I'll do a video that I'm going to show the books that I got signed. I don't know how exciting that is, but I'm going to show those books and give impressions of the people or what they had to tell me, because I had some interesting conversations about stuff that had nothing to do with the books, but were still interesting, and that seems to be the way that I can think to share that information. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, as far as just general kind of things that I bought, one of the things I bought was this awesome hat from Oni Press. Yeah, it's the old Oni Press logo on there. Pretty stoked about that. I'm an Oni Press fan. I have their old shirt that has this logo on it. They actually got rid of that logo and went to a different logo, but for some reason they decided to put it on the hat. So cool about that. As far as other clothing type stuff that I bought myself another Image shirt. I really like this Image shirt. Comics in Your Image. I like the graphic and whatnot. Simple black tee with the graphic on it. So excited by that. Of course, I picked up a con exclusive for Rainbow City Comic Con. It is Wicked and Divine. Let's see, Wicked and Divine t-shirt, and Persephone live, and this is the concert, and of course it's the date. It's the date of when she's live from the book. So it's based on that. So that's pretty awesome. And really, when I bought the shirt, it was almost spoiler-like, because of course this was the week that this happens in the comic, and of course I didn't get those comics as I left for the con on Thursday, and I don't get my books, don't get shipped to me until Friday or whatever. So, but anyway, so I got that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, those are the two shirts I got. I actually got some other shirts, but they aren't comic related whatsoever. They're just some cool graphics that were being sold there. So yeah, let's see. I got a Black Canary button. This is a World Tour button, and I also got a packet of postcards. This is all stuff that this is Amy Wu. She was there. She's awesome. She's cool to talk to and whatnot. So I got my Black Canary book signed. I never did find Brendan Fletcher. He wasn't officially at the con, but he was at the con. But anyways, that. So anyway, I bought these postcards from her also. I'll see if I can get them out of the package. Maybe. I bought a pack because I felt like I wanted to buy something from her because I wasn't sure. I always feel like I need to give money to these people because, they're kind of, okay, they're not going to come out of the bag. So we're going to tear the bag. But yeah, I always feel like I want to buy something from the creators to help support why they're there, because I know a lot of them go there on their own dime, even if they aren't getting tons of commissions and whatnot. And I don't, normally anymore I don't buy commissions too much. But anyway, besides the Black Canary thing, so these, because of course she did the covers to the Hawkeye book when they had the romance. They're kind of mock romance covers. So these are postcards that are the mock romance. I don't know. Cost me like $5 or something like that. So some of you may get postcards from me at some point, because postcards are fun. Yeah, so I thought, what the heck? I'll get those. Those are cool. I have money burning a hole in my pocket or something like that, right? So, of course, got this fun piece of swag. It's from Cy Spurrier, or Simon Spurrier. Yeah, he actually uses his full name now. Weavers, the new Weavers book by Boom. I'll talk more about talking to him when I go to look at my books that I have signed, because I have some books signed by him. So I picked up Meteor Man. This is a small trade. This is put out by Oni Press. This is a original graphic novel, all done. Written by Jeff Parker, art by Sandy Jarrell and Kevin Vole. I bought it from Jeff Parker. I had him sign it. It's up for best book of the state of Oregon, which is kind of cool. I look forward to reading it anyway, just because I don't know. It looks intriguing. It looks like something that would be interesting to read. on a summer night, Alden Baylor sits in a field watching the largest meteor shower in human history. What begins as a teenage adventure becomes something more. A celestial event brings travelers who will change the world completely, and Alden discovers the connection to one of them. So, how does a young man who had to grow up so fast handle an invasion of a planet? Can he keep humanity from oblivion? So, yeah. So, excited to read this. I talked with Jeff Parker for a while. We talked messenger bags of all things, because I have a messenger bag that he was admiring, and then I was admiring his because his is leather, mine just a green canvas thing. His is this nice, great industrial leather-looking thing, which was pretty awesome. So we talked bags largely, and then we talked some comics. We talked about this, and of course, hey, follow me on Twitter, he says. Let me know what you think of it, which is cool. I like it when a creator goes, if they're really generally, and I think he is generally interested in, what do you think of his work? I'm sure there's a certain amount of self-promotion there, clearly also, which is, hey, fine with me. But I'm happy to know that he's interested in what people are reading. I actually had a couple creators tell me, hey, follow me on Twitter and let me know what you think of what I'm reading. So you have to, I would almost be afraid of internet criticism. So inviting is kind of cool. But anyway, so excited to read that. I'll get that in my list of things to read at some point. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, after listening to Zub at the panel, got to see some more artwork for Wayward. I know a lot of you are reading Wayward and think clearly I missed the bus, and clearly I did miss the bus, I think. So I picked up the first trade, and I have it signed by him. Travis, welcome to the strange side of Japan, is what it says there. And I saw some of the art from the thing, and it just looks freaking awesome. I don't know. You guys that are reading this book must not have showed me enough art or something. And I told him, hey, I didn't get the book to start out with because, of course, it was billed as being, Buffy in Japan, and I don't hate Buffy, but I'm not interested in Buffy at all. As far as like a long-term character, I thought the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer was fun, but not interested in the franchise. So I was kind of, whatever. But being told that this is basically new Japanese gods wanting to take their rightful place, supposedly, and of course the old Japanese gods aren't real keen on that. Yeah, makes it kind of exciting. So I bought the first one of that. And he sold out of everything. Jim Zub actually had like 40 copies of each of number 1, number 2 volumes of Wayward, and they completely sold out. That was seemed to be kind of a common theme for a lot of creators at the con. They sold out of tons of things, which is awesome. It's awesome these creators can show up and they can sell their stuff and make some money and be that kind of successful. And I'm not just talking about larger named creators. There's some people that my kids go to that truly are independent press kind of things. They put out an anthology a year, and my kids went to some of those tables where they normally get something every year, and stuff was gone. It's literally sold out of the stuff. That's how well it was selling. So that's all super exciting and great stuff. I have no idea how long this video is. Should I show the next thing now, or put it in a different video? Oh, I'll put it in this video. Of course, you all knew that I would, I spent a month talking about how I was not going to buy any comic book art. And of course, then the last video I did, I kind of hedged my bets on, well, maybe I'll buy some art. Of course I bought some art. I think I would go to a con where there's art everywhere and I wouldn't buy any. I tell you, I saw some amazing, amazing work. I'm going to have to go buy the Empty Zone. Empty Zone is one of those things that they were all out of the trades when I went to get them from the creator. I actually saw the actual physical pages. I have no idea what the price tag on them was. I was almost afraid to ask because they are incredible pieces of art. Just amazing stuff. This, part cybernetic, part undead people battling each other and whatnot. Just incredible, incredible ink work on that. And the pages that the creator was using, weren't even the normal, 11 by 14. I think these things are like 14 by 17 or something. They're massive, massive, incredible pieces of art. I probably should have asked. I probably should have asked how much they were. But at any rate, I did buy some art. Should I show you the art? You interested? So, I tweeted some art. So some of you may have seen some of that. We'll do that one second. I actually bought 3 pages of art. And let's see here. And so this is the piece of art that I didn't show on Twitter that I bought, and I don't know how well it's picked up. So this is a page of Doom Patrol. This is from the last volume of Doom Patrol, which of course I already have a page of Doom Patrol from this volume. But this is a different artist. This is Ron Randall, who filled in on a few pages on the run. And I kind of have well, it's not a secret now, because I'm going to tell you, a secret goal of I kind of want for all of the Doom Patrol that's out there. I have kind of a goal of, can I buy a page of art of Doom Patrol from every volume and every artist that worked on those volumes? Realistically, that's probably not going to happen. I don't know how hard it is to get like a page of Burns art, for instance, from his volume, my least favorite volume of Doom Patrol, but and to get some some Chase art and some McKeever art, and not even to mention the original volume of it. But anyway, this was total random. I had completely forgotten that Ron Randall even did fill in pages on the book. This is from this is issue 8. Page number 1, and I'll show you the actual comic book page too. But I love it because, of course, it has our main 3 characters on it. We'll get it close and see if that works. But at any rate, this is the first page of issue number 8. In this Cliff's telling a story about they're battling the Black Lanterns in this. And the biggest reason I picked up this page was because, of course, it had, and there were some other pages I could have gotten. But this has the 3 main characters. It has Robot Man, it has Elastigirl, and it has Negative Man on it, which for this run was the focus, and they kind of are the main characters. Always have kind of been the main characters of the book. There were some other pages that I could have got. There was one with a super large Bumblebee, which is a great character from this volume. But yeah, I went with this, and like I said, this was totally random. Forgotten that Ron Randall had even done that. He just happened to be there. I was slowly, because I wasn't in a rush to go anywhere, just kind of looking at all the tables that were there and whatnot. And I saw this Ron Randall. I'm familiar with some of his work and whatnot. I like him as an artist. And he had a box, a box that had a whole bunch of art setting in it. And this art was tagged, and he's got Superman pages and all that kind of stuff, like typical stuff that he does and whatnot. And one of them was labeled Doom Patrol, and of course, being the eagle eye I am about Doom Patrol, I'm like, original art Doom Patrol. And yeah, so got it signed. It's signed to me because clearly it's going to stay in my collection. I'm sure that probably drops the value if I were ever to have to try and sell it, but I have no intention of doing that unless like suddenly I become jobless and homeless and everything else. Otherwise, it'll just get willed to my kids probably, or my grandkids, or whoever. But yeah, inked by Lives Day there, who inked all of the entire run, I believe. Matthew Clark's the other artist that was on the book, inked his pages also. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty cool. Here, I'll show you the page. Let's see if I can carefully hold both up here so you can get kind of a sense of what what it looks like in comparison. All right. I can't see what I'm holding up anymore, so forgive me. So yeah, super stoked about that, just because, like I said, not that this page is like miraculous or anything. I mean, it's a cool page. It's got some people fighting on it and whatnot. It's great art. But yeah, it meets, like I said, it meets one of my art goals as far as, like I said, the Doom Patrol pages and whatnot. And the other one that I did show off And I tell you, original art, clearly it's not free. But as far as in the grand scheme of what I have paid for pages of original art, all this stuff I bought was a steal, to me, it seems like. Well, the Randall page is about right. I mean, he's not a huge artist, and his work is kind of, well, yeah, he's actually credited on this issue at least. There's actually some issues earlier on where he does like a page or two, and he's not even, he's not even credited at all. So just give you a value of where it's at. So the other page, I'm not sure how to show it because it's so freaking, it's huge, right? So I bought a double page spread. I bought a double page spread of Constantine the Hellblazer, latest run of DC. Let's see if I can. So this is from issue number 6. A few pages in this double page spread. God, this sucks. I can't really see what the hell I'm showing you or not showing you. So, at any rate, so yeah, we got this great, huge character that's snatching up this girl, and is going to do something horrible with her, and then you get this great sequence down here at the bottom. She's getting snatched up, and then of course you get the, you get your lighter, lighting the cigarette, and there's John strolling down the hallway, and him pretty much scolding the monster out, and then yeah. So page 2 and 3 of issue 6. I went Friday. I talked with Rosmo. I got issue number 1 of Constantine signed by him. Looked through some of his art books. Ethan was along with me. My son Ethan was along with me, and he slowly saw his college tuition slipping away as I'm looking at all these pages and whatnot. I already owned some Rosmo art, so it wasn't a matter of owning Rosmo art. He was an artist I wanted some art from, and I already have that. But I kind of want some Constantine art, right? So this 2-page spread, it was a steal, I'm telling you. I just couldn't believe it. So I looked at it on Friday, and I left. I came back on Saturday midday and thought, well, if someone else has bought it, it's gone. I don't need the art. I mean, that was these pages, or I wasn't getting anything at all. Kind of a thing. I actually had the opportunity to buy this cover if I wanted to, and I almost did, because the cover art is way cooler than quite frankly, than this colored version is. It was amazing. That was very tempting, but that was drifting into price range that was significantly stretching the budget that I realistically didn't have to spend on art. But anyway, so I go back on Saturday, and the pages are there, and Riley Rosmo is there again, and I'm like, hey, I gotta buy these pages, and he had been working on some commissions and whatnot. At the time, he was working on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle commission, which he's not a Turtle fan at all. But when somebody's paying you, I guess you kind of do whatever. Actually, I think it was him and Gary Brown. I think the two of them together were working on it. He's a big Turtle fan, and I guess there's a collector that shows up every year at the con and gets a combo piece for the two of them. Anyway, that's got to do with me. But anyway, so I talked to him again more, and he was telling me about the page. This guy is modeled. He asked me how old I was. It's kind of funny. Clearly younger than I look or something. But anyway, so this guy, this monster here, this boggin that comes to eat this girl, is modeled after the boogeyman from the Ghostbusters cartoon. For those of you that have seen it or remember it or whatnot. So that's kind of what he was modeled after, which that's cool. But anyway, so, I'm going to have Riley sign him, right? Because, I'm there and he's going to sign him and whatnot. So we're talking and he's shooting the breeze, and as he's talking, he signs his typical, usually does the skull, and that's his signature there. But then he sketched another Constantine smoking a cigarette on this side. And we're talking about all kinds of stuff because he's a huge Hellblazer fan. He only did this run of Constantine, did the art on it as it was a bucket list thing. He really wanted to do the last arc of the actual Hellblazer because he's a huge Hellblazer fan. This is as close as he was going to get. So this is a bucket list artist thing. So he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Because of that. So it's kind of a bucket list thing for him to do Constantine. So for him, this was like a love thing to do Constantine. So that made me more excited to pick up the art, right? Because he's kind of like me in that sense and whatnot. And so we talked some more Hellblazer, and I was talking about the fact that I've been getting the Hellblazer from the beginning. I remember when it first came out on the shelf, and I picked it up, and mind blown. Oh my God, this is such cool stuff. Let's whatever, and then the Sandman and whatnot. We're talking about that, and then on this page, he doodled Morpheus wearing the helmet, because we were talking about the fact that, he went to all this trouble. If you read the Sandman stuff, he goes to all this trouble to retrieve this helmet, and then you damn well never see him wear it. And he looks like a total badass in it. So there he is with the helmet, without the helmet. So I got more sketches on there, doodling away. Not sure exactly what this writing's about. Some of the pages of art that he had there actually had like him shopping for car insurance. So in the border, written in the border, there's all these phone numbers and, his car and a whole bunch of stuff. And that was random. I was thinking, I hope when he sells those pages, he like inks those out so you're not, I don't know. At any rate, super awesome. Tell me that isn't going to just look totally badass when I get that I get that framed up together all in one thing. That is going to just be so cool. Want to see what it looks like on the page? So this is what it looks like colored, right? Right. Here's the critter. I never thought I would own a 2-page spread of anything. Kind of want to own some J.H. Williams III 2-page spreads, but yeah, that's like go sell my car to buy that kind of a thing. But anyway, super excited. There's my art. Big surprise, right? So did you guys have a betting pool on whether or not I'd buy art or not? And did you have a betting pool on how many pages of art I was going to buy? At any rate, all 3 pages were almost less than any one page I bought last year. It was ridiculous. The prices on them. I'm still baffled by the Rosmo, unless that was pretty easy work for him, and that's why they're determining that it was that anyway. I'm baffled. I'm baffled because, yeah, I don't understand the price on them. So, and I kind of thought I understood the price of some things, but I did not understand the prices of that. Actually, I don't understand the prices of most of Rosmo's artwork, except for like the covers, and even the covers, quite honestly, are not unattainable. Last year, with the budget I had last year, if the Rosmo's Constantine covers were there, I would have those. I didn't have that kind of budget this year, but just as an idea of the price tag, I have bought interior art that's more than the cover prices that they were selling for some of those Constantine. And maybe it's the book. Maybe it's the fact that it's not as popular of a character. I don't know. Because I know those all have factors. So I was a bit afraid to challenge the price tag because it was just too good. Anyway, so now I have 3 pages of Riley Rosmo's art. Yeah, I had a great conversation with him. It was really cool. He's a cool guy. The first time I met him, I had him sign my Bedlam book when it first came out like 4 years ago. He was a bit standoffish then, but I think because they were going through an awkward stage with that book, he was coming off of the book, and there was some tension there around the book and why he was leaving the book. And so I think maybe that's why he was a bit standoffish there. The last 2 times that I have met him, he has been nothing but cool. Nothing but cool. And it's awesome to sit there and watch them work. Amazing to see the stuff they're on. But yeah, so that's just the kind of random stuff. Next videos, I will talk comic books. I will talk some more comic books. I will either do my back issues of The Brave and Bold, or I will show the comic books you've seen a million times with people's signatures on them and talk about what they talked with me about. Because most of them I had at-length conversation with, and some of them are really interesting. Interesting information about Sheriff of Babylon, for instance. Interesting information about Green Lanterns, the Birthright stuff that's coming up. Stuff that I wasn't sure I was going to try out, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to now. Anyway, that's it for this time. Thanks for watching. Yeah, what do you think? What do you know? See you this weekend.